to try to see on this stretch whether the car will behave strangely, because this is reverse gravity. Yeah, it goes backwards. Yeah, there are videos more like prominent with the bottles and etc. It shows how it goes backwards. See, it goes backwards without engine. Although it's actually slope, shows it goes up, but
well, I said that when I was in Canada cycling at times. It was weird. You could tell you were going down, but you're having to pedal to go up. And vice versa. It's strange.
Yeah, it's a reverse gravity place anomaly. There's probably lots of powerful magnetic fields here. That's fine. We're quite high, but we will be even higher. Lake Kari is what altitude?
3,000.
2,000.
170.
Yeah.
Almost 3,500.
Yeah, 3 kilometers above. So Lake Kari. Nothing to do with Kari. Kari means stone. From the stone, because it's surrounded by the stones. So we are almost at the top of the mountain, but Aragat's top is actually over there. It was an ex-volcano which erupted, and that's why it has like 4 points, because the top just was thrown away by the eruption. So one of the highest lakes, probably 3 kilometers above. Yeah, and the snow, and cold snow. If you want to hike,
You can.
you can. Yeah, people are hiking. You can see.
Trail.
Yeah.
The trail is literally just at the building there.
Yeah. Quite a lot of hotels and restaurants here. Probably will be cool actually to stay. And the radio station, etc. Some of the scientists come over here and they have a station where they observe cosmic rays, because we are so far above.
Yeah, and there's no light pollution because you're so far away from the city.
So cosmic rays are closer. And of course, yes, it will be pretty visible lights. Okay, go and touch the water. And that's it. So here is the Ararat Valley, which is the valley between Ararat mountain we see in front and Aragat from where we are coming now. So beautiful and clean weather, fantastic air. Okay, look at this, one of the best preserved fortresses called Ambert Castle, the fortress in the clouds. Okay, yes. We came from there, over there, and a little bit of detour. And here is the view on Ararat, and the fortress, and a church started from 7th century and then was built up in 17th. That was what we heard from the tour guide. Closer look. Wild berries. Yeah. Hon. The small church. Oh, so beautiful.
Before, you are asking the time or what? Before, where many years before?
We found the hikers and the hiking trail over there. Something to explore next time.
Is it a working church still?
Yeah, it's a working church. There is a deacon, not a priest. He celebrates the Holy Mass because the deacon is not allowed.
Also from this side. Okay. Inside of the fortress, but don't think in go further because it's quite in a dangerous position. The walls may collapse. Yeah, they are already collapsing. Okay, I took lots of pictures. Look at from here, you can see the church in the frame. Hi, baby.
Hey, baby.
So we are near Cascade over here. So back to Yerevan, and we have completed our tour.
Yeah.
What are your impressions?
Yeah, it was really good. So
Speak up.
we did a couple of days down in the southern area, Sunik. Stayed in Goris, which was a really unique little place. We stopped off at a lot of other places, including Jemuk, and which was very interesting. And then we went and stayed overnight in Dilijan, which we spent about 4 days in last year, so we know it very well. Beautiful place. And then we crossed over the border and did our 5 days, 4 nights in Georgia. First night in Tbilisi and last night in Tbilisi. Really nice city from what we saw of it, and our guide took us to some phenomenally good restaurants. She was very adamant which restaurants we had to go to, so we got all the unique Georgian dishes served as best as you possibly could get them.
Yeah.
And it was really good. And then we went up into the mountains, up onto the Greater Caucasus Range, close to the border with Russia, where the ski resorts are. And yeah, it was really beautiful, just lovely scenery. Slightly different than here, but greener, just because of the climate's slightly different there. But yeah, impressions of Georgia, very, very good. Definitely like to go back again. It'd be quite nice to go there maybe in the winter one time, and even if we don't ski, but go to one of the ski resorts for a long weekend, quite nice. And then we were back into Georgia. Sorry, we left Georgia about an hour's drive from Tbilisi to do the border crossing, which was the same crossing we came over. But it's always interesting when you're doing a land crossing, not in a car, where you literally have to walk across a bridge like you're in a DMZ or something. But then went up to Gyumri, which again another place we're very, very familiar with. Sort of spent a lot of time there in her youth because her mum's actually from there as well. We saw a few places there which we hadn't seen before, such as the Black Fortress and the Mother of Armenia museum and
Kari.
yes, actually, yeah, we did the horse-drawn carriage, which was, I know it's a bit childish, but there's still something very nice about going around in a...
It's a symbol of Gyumri, python.
And the other museum we went to, which is about...
Yeah.
And then actually a really interesting one was the museum. It's called the Cult Family, or...
Deduction.
Yeah, it's Culture Museum. Which we wanted to go to
Urban lifestyle. It's
that's
it.
Yeah. Lifestyle museum, which sounds really strange, but it was fascinating. It was really based on the 18th century and so the early 19th century way of living in Gyumri, with the history. But it was just, I say, some museums, they're just bizarrely very, very interesting, and the tour guide in there made a big difference as well.
What do you want to pass to tour advice, which was the travel agency we chose for this trip?
They were absolutely excellent. Both the guide we had here in Armenia and in Georgia, really, really good, really knowledgeable, so really going out of their way to make sure that everything ran like clockwork.
Yeah, indeed, they actually took care of us, like very welcoming and really pay attention at our
Yeah.
needs and try to make sure that we are having absolutely best service and absolutely best restaurants and entertained.
And they get to know you as well, so they're a lot better at talking to you about the things that you'd be more interesting to
Yeah.
us, rather than just a standard, this is what
Script,
we say to
yeah.
all of our standard script.
Yeah, not scripted at all. Yes,
yeah.
very individual
Yeah.
approach.
And then you get to know them a bit as well, so you're not just talking to some microphone.
Yeah.
You understand a bit about their life, where they're from, their family, and their perspective on life in the respective areas that they're from.
Yeah, anyway, we are finishing. I'll try to put to this video, which will be on the back of our last stretch of the trip, which was to Aragats mountain and Humbert and
Monastery.
and the monastery and the Humbert, right, which was amazing place. No wonder that royals were choosing to live there.
Yeah.
A really fantastic view, and that's all. So what's next for us? Next week,
We'll go
Monday,
to-
we'll go again to
to
Humbert, the Burakan. We want to see observatory, and actually it was quite a cool village. We want to just go around.
Yeah.
And Humbert tavern was fantastic.
I know it sounds daft, but the barbecue there was
Kebab.
Yeah, it was. I was absolutely to die for.
Yeah, I think that was the best kebab I ever had in my
Yeah.
life.
Just
Nothing can match that.
melted in your mouth.
Yeah,
It was-
super juicy and fantastic. So we will go next weekend for breakfast. We are going to have hash, which is traditional Armenian, very heavy soup. So you can eat it only
With vodka.
for the breakfast and the vodka. Yes, that's right. Okay, so that's it for the concluding video for the tour. But of course, we are still in Yerevan for another 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So we'll try to cover as much as possible of Yerevan before we head off to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.